My name's Paul Clark. I'm a drummer and instrumentalist based in Vancouver, BC. I've been playing down at Guild & Company for almost 11 years and started the GroundUp Series coming up on 10 years, May of 2012. GroundUp was started by Tanya Ganaba, who is an amazing Vancouver-based singer, JC Thompson, bass player, and myself. We were the band for Randy Ponzio, who passed in November of 2011. And the significance of GroundUp is that there was a Thursday night, November 17th, 2011, that we were booked to play at Guild & Company with Randy. And a couple days before that, Randy had gone missing. We, along with a lot of the people in the community, reached out to the downtown east side for some help to find out what had happened. Through that process, everybody in the community that we reached out, from people that worked down there to mostly the residents, were all incredibly supportive and helpful for what had happened. Once Randy had passed, we were looking for ways to honor him, and we decided that we would start a series every Thursday night at Guild & Company that the musicians take a pretty significant pay cut, and the money from the door gets bunched up and donated to charities that benefit the downtown east side mostly. The Thursday significance was just that we were set to play on a Thursday night while there were people from our community of musicians and Randy's friends that were at the same time out on the downtown east side looking for him. Without Randy, we played with David Morin, who's a really, really close friend of his, and it was just a pretty surreal experience. At that point, we didn't know if he was still alive or not, and what had happened. So all that to say that we wanted to frame a night that always kept his honor and his legacy going, and also represented the type of music that Randy was a part of. And Randy is a Hispanic man from Texas that was based in Vancouver. And as the night evolved, we realized it was a really, really important resource and evening for us to support the BIPOC community through music, whether they're music and art, whether it's the artists and the audiences, because we felt that there's a pretty significant lack of support for that in the city. And it just kind of evolved over the almost 10 years to support the downtown east side, support a lot of community initiatives, and keep his legacy alive. So that's kind of the start of it, yeah. It initially started with the same rhythm section. We went by the name The Foundation for years. So it was like, it started as Randy's band backing a kind of a rotation of singers and artists, and it was a good opportunity for us to be a backing band for artists that didn't have one. Maybe they were up and coming, and we found that was the easiest way for us to help vocalists and band leaders, because we knew that we would learn the music and do the work so that they kind of had that support. It gained enough steam that we wanted to bring in all these different artists that were in that field, that were instrumentalists. We didn't want to leave anybody out just because they weren't a vocalist or an aspiring band leader. So through that, it just naturally evolved to being about supporting like BIPOC artists and music that we felt that was underrepresented in the city. I should mention too that I booked the music here. I have the job of curating the music every night of the week at Guild & Company. And Tanya and JC worked for the venue before me. They curated the music before that. So that representation was really important to them as well. And being a part of being a founder of GroundUp, but also taking the job working for Guild & Company, I wanted to keep that evolution moving as best as I could. I definitely wouldn't have a career as a musician if it wasn't for this room and for Randy. Randy and Guild & Company are, I can say, pretty much the only reason why that's been my life since then. Randy took a chance on me. I can safely say I was grossly underqualified at the time. Through playing with him, meeting Tanya, and being down in this room a lot and given the opportunity to perform, I had to work really hard at it, because I didn't have a background playing the type of music that I was playing with these artists down here. It didn't come naturally to me, and it wasn't what I grew up playing. Through GroundUp and through Guilt and Company, and through the artists that were involved in that is absolutely how I met everybody that I work with today still. It's been incredibly important to me, and I also get to be the person that donates this money to the Downtown Eastside Women's Center and St. James Academy, Loving Spoonful. I'm very, very lucky that I get to see where that money goes and how it supports everybody. Guilt and Company is an interesting place because, and the reason why I feel like the GroundUp charity aspect fits in so well is because we're located in one of the most impoverished neighborhoods in North America, and the social issues, you literally walk out the doors of this venue and it's right there, you know. It ties back to the fact that my close friend Randy was found in an SRO blocks from here, and his death is tragically very incredibly common in this neighborhood. It wasn't an isolated incident. It's something that happens here every single day, and it happens all around exactly where this venue is. So for me, the idea of donating that money and reminding people when they're in here that just outside these doors there's a lot of human suffering is really important. I think a lot of people are unaware of what GroundUp is, but when it's shared to them where their money is going or what the idea is behind the night, they always are gracious and excited about it.